It's Angie Bell with My Fairy Treasures. Okay, guys, what we're doing today is we're making a 3-tiered tray, but it's going to be fall. It's going to be fall and Mackenzie child inspired. Couldn't get the word out. Inspired. So I've already started on it. What we're going to do together is create all of this down here, so I can show you how I did it. But it takes a while, so I wanted to go ahead and get started. 3-tiered tray is, and what I used to make this is, here's the back of it. I just got, what'd I get? Pizza pans from Dollar Tree in the kitchen section. You guys, the reason I like these better for tiered trays than like the, what do they call, what you set your plates on top, chargers, is because the chargers have that, this gives you more space to put stuff when you do a 3-tier tray. The other one, has like a little, it has that circle and then it has a big lip on it, so you don't have as much space to like put stuff. That's how I see it. So I bought 3 of these. So 2 of these, we're going to do the checkerboard, like the Mackenzie style checkerboard on it, and then the third one, which I think will be in the middle, we're going to do flowers on that one, because the Mackenzie childs, their thing is that they do checks and flowers mixed. It's really cool. I love it. And the flowers will decoupage on. And I think I'm going to use these flowers here, which I think I got from the Dollar Tree. Oh, you know what? I think we're going to use we're going to use sunflowers. I was going to maybe use these because I love these, but we're going to use sunflowers, because I've been doing a lot of sunflowers and these Mackenzie checks, and that's totally a Mackenzie style. And the sunflower napkins are at Dollar Tree. You just have to keep your eye open for those. I don't even have them out right now, but we'll get to that, you know, throughout this video. Okay, so oh, and then another thing you're going to need are these. Look how beat up these are. But I bought a ton of these like a year ago. These candle holders. You can also use the glass ones. The glass ones they always have around. But I'm going to use these ones. Also, there's some new ones that look like this out, but they're actually nicer. So we're going to use these. We're also going to paint these. And I think I'm going to do stripes on those. I might do checks. I'll probably do checks here and maybe stripes on the rest of this. But I'll paint them white. So it'll go like this. And then another plate on top of here. Okay? Just so you know what we're building towards. And I'm wondering if I shouldn't do it just a 2-tier tray. No, we're going to do a 3-tier. Okay. Also, one more thing before we get started. What I did is this is where we start at. So let me just put this here so we can start here. You take your pizza pan and you need to paint it. I like to use Kilz, K-I-L-Z. I buy it by the gallon. You can buy it by the quart. You can buy it at Home Depot, Walmart, Lowe's, whatever. And I buy it by the gallon. So that's what it looks like. Hopefully you're seeing that. It's a wall primer. I use it as a gesso in my mixed media and everything. That's why I buy it by the gallons. It's like maybe $12 or $13 for a gallon, $6 or $7 for if you buy it by the quart. It really prepares your surface so that you can paint on it. And the reason I say I would do that, you can maybe use gesso too. I would do that and prime this first, because this is a lot of work you're doing and you don't want things to chip off, right? Okay, and then I have a clear sealer that I'm going to put over this when I'm done. You can do a spray clear sealer, but I'll show you what I'm going to do. I don't think I have it in here. Yeah, oops. But when we get to that, you'll see the clear sealer that I'm using. Okay, so how we're going to get to this spot, I'll show you. And then after, well, yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just start here. So this has been primed with that Kilz, K-I-L-Z. Okay, so this is what you want to do. I like to start in the middle. I like to take painter's tape. And, oh, I would let this dry overnight, because I didn't let it dry overnight, and I actually peeled some of the paint up with the painter's tape. So, if you don't have painter's tape, what I would do is, you only have masking tape. Take your masking tape and put it on your clothes a couple times and go like this, just to get some of the stickiness off. And that should work for you. But wait overnight, because I did have to do a little repair work on my painting because of that. Okay, and I did 2 coats of the paint, of the kills. Okay, so you're going to put one here like this, and you're going to put another one right next to it. Now what we're doing is, this is so you can draw your lines. Now, you can skip all of this if you'd like and use napkins. You can go to the Mackenzie Child, MackenzieChild.com and to her shop online and buy the checkered napkins. But you can also get checkered napkins at Hobby Lobby, where I just bought those. But we are going to paint by hand, which I think is just so fun. Okay. Hope I've been clear. Okay. So I'm taking just a Sharpie, and we're going to, let me just do it and not keep trying to explain myself, because doing it is, you're going to see and you're going to be like, okay, got it. But this is what we're doing is we're creating our checkerboard, and we have a nice, this tape is a nice, keeps everything nice and even. Okay. Oh, and do it on the other side too. You guys, when you're painting these checks, it is so relaxing. It's like when you color in a coloring book, our adult coloring books that we have. It's just so relaxing. You're just doing the same repetitive motion over and over, and it's just, I find it so relaxing. Okay, so you're going to take the painter's tape off. And then, oh, you should be able to reuse the painter's tape. I really usually reuse it, but it was underneath a little bit of the other one, so that one you're not going to be able to reuse. All right, so let's take this one off. Now, when you get to the end, if you want to be able to reuse it, you need to hold on to it, or it'll curl up on itself, okay? So I'm going to put that to the side so we can reuse that. So now, see, we have those lines there. Okay, so we're going to take our painter's tape again. Line up with those lines. Oh, and I should let you guys know, Olivia, her channel, Olivia's channel, something else, but everybody pretty much knows Olivia. I'll have her a link below. She's the one I saw do the checks, and she does a lot of Mackenzie style and tons of fall decor videos. I'm sure everybody knows, tons of Christmas videos. Everything's done with Dollar Tree products, or most of it is. She's the one I saw do this, and she does a lot of the Mackenzie Child stuff. So one of my subbies, you know who you are, she's the one who told me that, because I bought this Mackenzie Child's tea kettle and teacups. I got a really smoking deal. And she goes, you know that there's people doing a lot of Mackenzie Child dupes. I'm like, what? So I looked it up. Oh my God, there's like a whole world of Mackenzie Child dupes. And then, so I watched quite a few people. And then I also ran into, I just said her name. Got my brain. Oof. My brain. Olivia. I ran into her channel. I love her channel. Obsessed. I'm doing so many fall projects now because of her channel. But I saw her doing all this Mackenzie Child inspired dupes. I'm like, oh, this is cool. I don't like to call them dupes, just Mackenzie inspired projects. And we're going to also create, so we're gonna when we decorate this, we're gonna decorate it with fall items. So this will all be done fall. I have some pumpkins here from Dollar Tree that I painted white with that kills. So just know this project's coming next. We're going to do the checks on this. We're going to be doing Mackenzie stripes on this. And you guys, recognize these mushrooms from Dollar Tree? Now, they don't have them right now, but you probably have them in your stash. We're going to Mackenzie trowel these. I'm going to do checks on the top, all the way around here, and maybe stripes here, but checks down here, and then probably stripes here because there's a lot of texture. But it'll be so cute, checks and stripes, and all that's going to go on this tray. So, very exciting. All right. So let's take this off. Okay, and hold on to the bottom so we don't curl up on us. Okay. See, I didn't hold on to it and it curled up on me. I just said that, didn't I? Didn't I just say that? Okay. Making sure you guys are still seeing. If I don't mess up by letting it curl up on me, I can use the same 2 pieces of tape for the whole thing. But okay. There we go. And okay, and then take your pen again. Okay. So, oh, almost forgot to hold onto my tape. I'm going to do a couple more and then I'll finish these up off camera and then I'll come back. Just for the sake of time of the video. I kind of like doing it like this better. Well, for one, I don't want to have to edit because editing, you know, I'm limited with my skills. But I like to do it like this too because then you can actually see, instead of me fast forwarding it, you can see in real time what I'm doing. Sometimes when it gets fast forwarded, it's a little bit hard to see sometimes what they're exactly doing. Okay. And I need to stop with the perfection. Oh, that's what I was going to say. What's really nice with the Mackenzie checks is they do not paint everything perfectly in. If they get outside the lines, they keep going. And so when you're done, you can see, and it makes it look like it's hand painted. So they have some flaws, and they celebrate the flaws in the work. So, because like I said, I looked at my tea kettle and then my teacups, and that's how it is. And then they go through and they even put more little like inclusions in it. Like, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, they run some paint, like white paint, through the black like that. See the little yellow here? I actually use gold for that, but they do stuff like that. They get out of the lines a little bit. See how that's not perfect? They get out of the lines. So you don't have to worry about being perfect. In fact, being a little imperfect is perfect. Being imperfect is perfectly perfect with this. So you don't have to stress about everything being perfect. Which takes the stress and the pressure off of you. Makes it more fun, and actually just gives it more charm. Like these lines I just kind of messed up on, but it'll work out perfectly when we paint, so don't even worry. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pause, you guys. I'm going to finish up these lines for the sake of this video, and we'll be back to do the cross. to do them this way. Okay, so let me just take this off. Hold on to this so I don't mess up. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pause here. Yeah, we're going. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pause here. Okay, you guys, we are back. So I finished up all the stripes that way, right? All right, so now we're this way. So I'm going to turn my plate from this way, hit this way. Okay, so now we're going to take and we're going to start doing the stripes the other way. And this is where the checkerboard starts. I'm going to start in the middle again. And do you have to start perfectly in the middle? No. I just kind of like to end, I just kind of like to work from the middle out. I just find that works better. Okay. Now, when Olivia did this on her channel, she didn't have to double her tape like this. Her tape was already this wide. So I already had this on hand. So that's why I'm using this one. So I have to turn the plate a little bit so I can. And like last time, for the sake of time, I'll do quite a few of these with you. Then I'll finish the rest off camera. Okay. There you go. Hopefully my head's not in the way. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's take that off. Hold on to the tape. Okay, so we'll do it again. One more time, we'll do it with you on camera, and then I'll finish it up off camera. And we'll start painting some checks. The part that I love. Oh, I just love to sit and paint the checks. So fun. So fun. To me, it's fun. And the only time you have to do both sides is the first time you do it. After that, you don't do both sides, because remember, this line's already done. So make sure that tape rests in that little crevice right there. Okay, I'm going to turn this so that I can. There we go. That's why I looked a little awkward, you guys. I was trying to be, I need to turn it the way I need to turn it so I can do it. Perfect. Okay. All right, so we'll do it one more time. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. And put the second one on. So if you have painter's tape, or you end up buying painter's tape, you can buy painter's tape this fat. That would be good. Because then you don't have to do it like I'm doing and do two together. so you'll go even faster. But use what you have. It's always a good thing. And like I said, if you don't have painter's tape, or you don't feel like going out and getting it or spending the money on painter's tape, just take regular Scotch tape, the beige one, and just take it on your pants a couple of times, and just to loosen up some of the stickiness. Because if not, that stickiness is too sticky and it'll take your paint off. So, okay, so there we go. That. Okay, so this is where we're at right now. So you can see the checks being created and how we did that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pause again, finish this up, and then we'll be back to paint the checks in. Okay, you guys, with the magic of a camera, we're back. And as you can see, all of the checks are done. So I did that same thing all over this pizza pan. Okay, so that's what it looks like when it's all done. Very, very, very easy. Okay. All right, so from here, remember I already had started this one here. So we are going to, I'm going to show you how you paint the checks and how you put the little white highlights in and these little yellowy gold ones, which is really gold because I use gold paint. So let me show you how I did that. Okay. I'm turning this like this so we can work from here. You know, I really liked working like this. Let me see if I can't arrange this. Let me put the camera up a little bit. Yeah, perfect. So you guys can see this. Yay. Okay, so now I just use black acrylic paint, just cheapy acrylic, apple barrel paint, whatever. Okay, and I'm going to put some down here on my glass mat. I'll put it right here. I really like to work with it up here. Let's just try putting it right there. Okay. And then I used this brush right here, and this worked out really nice. I have this one too. I think I like this one best. This is just the kind of shape you need, something kind of small. Let me get it wet. Just something kind of small like that. It kind of has a little bit of a point on it. Not major point though, but like that. But small. And this is Master Stroke. I got it at Hobby Lobby if you're looking to get the same exact one, which you don't need to. Okay, so here we go. So we're going to follow the pattern. So you have white here when you do black here, right? So white here, black here. And the reason we know that is because above it is black. So, and once you get into it, you'll know. So we're going to do black there. Whatever's above needs to be opposite. You guys, I am in love with doing decorative painting like this. It is just so absolutely relaxing. I'm obsessed. I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I do. But it's so relaxing. Okay, sometimes I'm going to look a little awkward because I'm not able to turn my plate the exact way I need it because I got to stay in frame. So if sometimes I look awkward, sorry. It's not the exact way I would hold my hand. I would just be turning this plate all kinds of ways. Okay? And see right there, I messed up like a tiny bit. Perfect. Those little mess ups are perfect because you want it to look hand painted. So if everything's perfectly square, it'll look like a machine did it. You don't want it to look like a machine did it. So you have black, white, black. And above it's a white one, right? So I just fill in the center really, really quick. Get kind of close to the edges. And then I start going in a little bit finer. Oh, and you know what else I like to have on? My readers. Just so I can. Ooh, I was watching, if you want to see a Mackenzie Child show, watch Shop HQ when Mackenzie Child is on there. They have like kitchen table set with all Mackenzie Child. They have kitchens all decorated at Mackenzie Child for the, when they're selling it. That's how they have it all set up. It is so inspiring. It's so beautiful. I'm going to be working, I'll be doing Mackenzie Child videos all year, in between my mixed media videos and my get ready with me videos and my crafting videos, because I will not be happy until I turn my whole house into a Mackenzie Child house. I want to have it everywhere. So there's going to be flowers and checks everywhere. And my house is very, I just call it rustic. So many things can fit in my house because it's rustic. So these checks and these flowers are going to be perfect in my decor. And to me, black and white checks is just like the perfect little black dress. Black and white checks go with everything. To me, it's just a neutral. Okay. White, black, white is above. There we go. That's how I think of it, just to keep in pattern. Okay. What is it called? The ones that are diagonal. They're like, you can do a checkerboard, but they're diagonal. Oh, it's in my back of my, it's on the tip of my tongue. Maybe it'll hit me. She shows, Olivia shows on her channel how to do those too. And you do it the same way with the tape. It's not the same exact way, but you use the tape to do it. And it's really simple. Oh, you do diagonal lines one way and then diagonal lines the other way. And it creates those diamonds. And then you just paint it in like a checkerboard like this. I want to do that too. It's really pretty. I forgot what that's called. Anyway. We're going to do white, black here. And if I do black here, I just continue it right up here. It's what works the best. That's what I discovered. But you guys can see, this is a lot of little work. If you enjoy painting, you'll love this. It's relaxing. But that's why I said I think it's best to prepare your surface with that Kills. You guys, that Kills is for everything. You can treat it like a gesso in your mixed media. Oh, but one thing I want to say, when you're, like right there, I got out of the lines, perfect. When you are, you need to put probably 2 coats of gesso on here before you get started. When you're doing it, if you're doing some mixed media product and you're using the Kills, then you can just, you know, you open, I put some in it, keep some in a jar all the time. You can just open it up. You're going to use it for about 30 seconds to a minute, no big deal. But when you're doing these, when you're doing this, you know, coats and coats, like a couple of coats on here, and you're probably doing more than one piece. You might do all 3 of them together like I did. You need to have open ventilation. It can get to you, you can get a headache. So, you know, do it with your craft room door open. Maybe have a fan. If you can, just go outside. Like this morning, I just took myself outside and just painted up and just took my Kills and did a bunch of pieces. And it was relaxing. I had to do it this morning because now it's 100 and, I don't know, 106. here in Las Vegas. Nightmare. I always say I live in hell. It's so true though. Okay. So we need to do black here. Okay, I'm glad I left that little piece white. We need to do black here, white, black, white, black, white. Okay, so we need to do black here because there's white there. And it's not that big of a spot. Such a weird angle for me. I would totally be turning this a different way, but it's okay. You've got to do what you've got to do for your video. Okay. So it won't be this video. I'll do another video where we paint pumpkins. Where we paint all these pumpkins. Paint the Dollar Tree pumpkins. And you guys, I didn't even have to go out and buy more pumpkins. I've collected so many of these pumpkins over the last 2 years. Oh my goodness. I love them regular, not even painted. But I definitely wanted to do some Mackenzie child ones. So, very excited about that. And I do a paint shabby chic Christmas. So I'm going to do some checkerboard ones in pink and white for Christmas. So that'll be exciting. Now, oh well, I'm not for Christmas. I'm going to do it for my craft room, which is shabby chic. But I'll be doing a lot of Mackenzie child type of things in pink and white for Christmas. Like I'll do another one of these in pink and white to match my Christmas. I'm not painting pumpkins for Christmas. People are like, you're going to do pink and white pumpkins for Christmas? But I am going to paint some pink and white ones for my craft room. Because it's all pink, white, robin's egg blue. I like those kind of colors. I'll probably do some white and robin's egg blue ones too. That'd be cool. Some shabby chic ones. And I'll try to do that on camera also. Got a lot of projects planned, so, and I'm starting early, so I hope I don't run out of time. Because you can only craft for so long. Pretty soon you just have to decorate and get all your stuff up. Okay, so then we're at white, black, and then we need white. So this is the last one here. Okay. And I meant when I was outside putting the kills on everything, the white kills, I should have done these. I forgot, so I have to do that. I have to still do that. But I will. Perfect. Love it. Okay, so there we go with this. We have all that. I think that looks awesome. Okay, so we have some stuff that's dried enough That really needs another coat, but it's okay. We're going to do some stuff over it, so it'll be fine. All right, so let me show you how I did like the little bit of white brushing through and some of the gold spots there. So what you do is you get some white acrylic paint. Make sure of what you guys are seeing. Yeah. So take some white acrylic paint. You think I never opened this up. Okay. And what I like to do is I like to take, for the white acrylic paint, I like to take this little fan brush. It works so perfect. If you don't have a fan brush, if you have a really stiff brush, that would be good. You might be able to do it with a toothbrush too. Okay, but you need something that's stiff. But let me show you why you want the fan brush. But if not, like I said, a really stiff paintbrush would work really good too. Let me put some water on here. Oh. There we go. All right. Let me just dry that off with a paper towel. All right, so get your brush going. Load it up with some white paint. And you just want to hit areas, like right here. Like that. And I'm going to hit it right there. Okay, and then there, here, and you can see that I'm hitting it not always all going the same way, just little bits like that. Okay, and I even got a little black in the white there. Perfect. You can also take a little bit of black and put it into the white if you want. But what happens when you put the 2 coats of the Kills on, you see a little bit here and there, it gets a little streaky. You'll see like a gray streak through. Well, that's perfect because in Mackenzie Child's stuff, they have like this little gray streak going through. Well, this is just naturally goes through because some of the silver tray shows up. So it's perfect. So you don't need to go ahead and do that. It's already done for you because you're getting good coverage, but not complete coverage. You still see a silver coming up, which is perfect because that's what she has in hers. Okay, so let's rinse this out. Did I get all the checks I wanted to get? Yeah. And you can skip some of the checks. You don't have to hit every single check. You can skip some of them too. Okay. Next, I'm taking, let me see what this brush is. Okay. I'm going to take this brush here. And this is just like this one. You could have used the same one that you used for the checkers, but just so you can see how small the brush is, it's like that. You're going to take some gold paint. So I'm using Deco Art Dazzling Metallic Gold Paint, Splendid Gold. You can use whatever gold you have. Okay. I can tell you this, Walmart has it the cheapest for this, these Apple Bear acrylic paints, and also for these. I'm just going to work out of the lid, I think. Yeah, I'm just working out of the lid and on the side here. Because you don't need very much. And you just want to just go like this on the sides a little bit. So what happens is, like, they do all their pottery by hand, and when they do their firing, I think that kind of stuff happens from the firing. So or maybe they paint it in, I'm not sure, but to me it seems like that's what happens from the firing. Some of the white yellows a little bit. So I'm just doing this, and if you look at a Mackenzie Child piece, you'll see this. Like, I just got a little bit in the black, it's fine. That's what's so cool about it. That's what I think makes it so whimsical. It's just like, there's just all the imperfections, and just how, I just love it. I don't even know what else to say. I just love it. I'm just going up here and just putting a little bit more in right now. Okay. That looks good. So you can go on the Mackenzie Child's website and check out their stuff, and you'll see, and just look really close and you'll see how they, all the checks are not perfectly square, which they do on purpose. And also you'll see this type of stuff, this kind of goldy, yellowy color in the white. The black has like white running through it. It's like their style. It's really cool. So that is how, let me just look and see what you guys are seeing. Doesn't that look so cool, you guys? I just love it. I'm so obsessed, you guys. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pause here, clean up, and then we're going to take the last plate we have. I'll do this one off camera, okay? I'm going to take the last plate. I'm going to go grab the sunflower napkins, and we're going to decoupage the sunflower napkins on this one, okay? Now, when they do it, they hand paint the flowers, and I could hand paint the flowers, but that takes more learning and skill and all that. So I want to make it simple and also fast. We have a lot of projects to do, so we're going to do sunflowers. So, and I have a whole sunflower wreath that I did, a Mackenzie sunflower wreath. I'll hook that video on here. So that's going to be my big time theme of my fall decor, is the Mackenzie checks, flowers, sunflowers. So okay, so let me go ahead and pause, clear all this up, and then I'll go and find my sunflower napkins. And you can get the sunflower napkins at Dollar Tree. Hopefully you've already picked some up and you have some in your stash. If they don't have sunflower, look in your stash and see what other flowers you have. Like I said, I was going to use these flowers. I love these. I'm going to do a tea kettle and I'll use these flowers. But on this project, we're going to use the sunflowers. Okay, so let me put you on hold here and I'll be right back after I clean up all this. Okay, guys, we are back. All right, so this looks crazy right now, but I tore up a bunch of the sunflower napkins from Dollar Tree. So this is what the sunflower napkins from Dollar Tree look like. And I need a little bit more for right here. We're going to decoupage this on. I was going to leave like the rim and then checkerboard the rim, but it's really hard to like get it in a circle. So, and it's flowers, so I want it to look natural. So I just thought, you know, this might be the best way to do it like this. Okay, so that's why it's arranged right this on there. So these, if you see these sunflowers, you don't have to use these sunflowers. Choose whatever napkins you have in your stash. Or if you do see them at your Dollar Tree, pick these up. And their stuff never lasts long. You guys, I probably picked up 5 packs. When I saw these, I went, okay, I love sunflowers. I decorate sunflowers. I picked up 5 packs. And you know what? They're gone. I haven't, they were gone within about a week or two. Haven't seen them since. And if I ever see them again, I'll pick up another 5 packs. Okay. So, oh, and they kind of cheapen out on the napkins, though. They don't give you the whole thing. They only give it down the center. So, anyway, I want to show you a couple tricks really quick. You take some tape and go to the corner. Make sure that you guys, I'm in frame. Yeah. You go to the corner. Oh, my mirror. And this is the way you can take off that second layer of napkin easily. See? Easy, easy peasy. Okay, let me show you another way. You can easily take out whatever design you want of the napkin without ripping everything. Take up your paintbrush, wet it with a little water. I want to get first all of this white off of here. But so I don't rip into the design too much, you just take that and it gives you, makes you, doing that with the water gives you like a little perforated edge. So you have kind of a controlled edge, but you get like a torn edge still, which is really nice. And when you do this, and you want it to all look like it's been painted all together on that plate, you want all the edges to be torn, because then they just blend right into each other and it doesn't look like it's a napkin. It looks like maybe it was painted on. Okay. Now, I want to divide this napkin in half, but I don't want to divide it completely in half. I'm going to go like this diagonally. I don't want it to look anything like straight lines. So I'm going to take all the straight lines off of here. So then if there's no straight lines, everything will mesh together and look hand painted. Otherwise, it'll look like straight, straight, straight. It'll look like a napkin, and we don't want that. Okay. Okay, so we have all this right here that looks just tattered to hell, which is great, which is what we want. Okay, same thing with this napkin. Got a little bit of water on here. See that straight edge? We want that straight edge gone. So let's get rid of this straight edge here. And it's perfect. You can just do it with water. There we go. Get rid of that. And we want to divide this in half. But not like in half, you know, like that. So all your pieces look really torn like that. Okay. And you know what? We need to tear this one too. There we go. Just a second, you guys. I'm going to turn my iPad off. I'm not using juice. Okay, so, and you want to go right over the edge too. So what you'll do in the end is you'll just take like a little nail file and just file off the edges, and it'll just file right off because it's napkins. So look, this is perfect. Okay? And you want to paint the plate white so that it just looks underneath. Nothing interrupts the pattern underneath. So if it's all painted white, it'll just, nothing underneath will come up underneath the napkins. That's what I guess I'm trying to say. Okay, so let's take all the napkins off here now. We know we have enough napkins. They're all torn. We're good. So now let's decoupage these on. Oh, good. My decoupage stuff opened up nicely. Sometimes it doesn't open up so nicely. I have way too much going on up here. Okay. We'll put this down here. Okay. Just looking for my brush for decoupaging. I could use a different one. I don't know. Am I going to be able to rinse this? My waters are both just really nasty. Okay. All right, we're good. So let's start decoupaging. And I'm going to put the glue right over the lip. And I'll get us started. Finish it up off camera. Then we'll come back and you can see how that looks. So you want to make sure that you go over the lip. Then make sure that you go up against that little ridge right there, and then just go down. I make my own decoupage glue. I got lucky. Last year, well, Hobby Lobby every January clearance is out, like major clearance. This was actually 2 years ago, and they were clearing out gallons of Elmer's glue. I was like, what? You know, the Elmer school glue? I bought, they had like 4 gallons there. I bought all 4 gallons. I was so stoked for $5. So so make sure it overlaps the other one and goes over that lip. So I bought like 4 gallons. Was it 4 or 5? Something like that. Anyway, at $5, I was like, oh my goodness. So what I do is I like to take Elmer's glue, put a little water in it because it's pretty thick, and then I spray this in it, this matte clear acrylic spray paint. Like I do it in about a cup of glue, a little water just to thin it out a little bit, and then I put about 10 sprays of this. It makes it like a matte medium. when I do my mixed media, I have like a nice little matte surface to work on. So that's why I do that. But it makes a nice decoupage medium for nothing. Because all that decoupage medium, it can be expensive. Let me see what the time situation is here. Okay. Just curious how long we are on this video so far. Okay. I want to try to keep my my fall DIY videos to like an hour, at the most an hour and 15 minutes, but try to keep them down to an hour. Okay. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm just going around. And what's so nice, I'm just adding this on here. I want the flower to be, there we go. Make sure you overlap. That's really important. Get right in that little pizza part. And if you get any wrinkles, don't worry about it. You saw how we painted the checks. There was little imperfections. So if you get in a little bit of wrinkle, perfect. And really, so I was going to say to you, you don't have to put glue down first. You can just go right over the napkin and the glue will go right. Now, the reason I was putting glue down first on the edge is because I want it to stick over this little lip right here. So that's why I'm on the where the lip is at. That's why I'm putting glue down. But otherwise, I just put my napkin down and then just put glue right over it. See? Much easier, much faster. I wanted to show you that little trick. Put this here. So like I said, the only reason I'm putting glue down first is where the lip is at, because I need that to get glued down really easily. Okay, so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm going to go ahead, pause, finish this up. I'll come back and we'll discuss a few more things and we'll finish things up, okay? All right. I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, you guys, we are back. So I went ahead and I finished decoupaging all of the napkins. Look how cool this looks. This looks gorgeous. Wait till it dries, but look at it already. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, okay. So we guys, we need to let this dry. So we have this. Oh, I don't want to. Let me put that down. We have that. That needs to dry. Then we have, oh, let me grab my other piece over here. Then we have the checkerboard, right? And then we have this piece here, which I have to go, I call it kilsing it. I have to go paint it white with the kills, put that there. Then this will actually go in the middle. The flowers are going to go in the middle. But just imagine how cool that's going to look. Just so you guys can see. See how the checks are going to look against that? Oh my gosh. So we're going to go, I'm going to go ahead and finish painting up off camera. I'll finish painting this. We'll let this dry. I will paint these up and you'll come back and you'll see it all put together. Okay, you guys? So I will see you guys in a minute. It'll be like seconds for you, but it'll be a couple hours for me. Okay, see you guys in a minute after this all dries. Okay, you guys, we are now back. For you, it was like a minute, but for me, it was the next day. Okay, so I got these painted up. Remember, these are the pedestals. So I painted these all white. Remember, they were black. They come in, from Dollar Tree, they come in black and they also come in white. You can also do this with the glass pedestals. You can do this with the new ones. They have some new pedestals. They're not even pedestals. They're candlesticks. Candlestick holders. But I call them pedestals because that's what I'm making them into, little pedestals. So, but they have some there. And they have some that are painted really nicely that if you don't want to repaint them, you could just get the color you need, like black or white ones. But anyway, I went ahead and painted this whole thing white because they were very chipped up, and I just wanted to start from an even scale. So I painted them all white. Then I went back and painted them black in certain spots. So I just painted the black on top. The color on top really makes no difference because remember our trays are going to sit on top of these. So really, this doesn't really matter. I just did it for the sake of how it looks. But this is the design. Look how fabulous the design looks. Doesn't that look fun, you guys? So I'm going to show you how I painted this design. And it's super simple. You can do it. Okay? I tried doing, on this part, I tried doing checks. Oh my God. That takes some practice. So right now I'm like, okay, we're going to paint this solid and do some polka dots. Then I did stripes here. Okay? Okay. And I still did all the distressing. Put the little bit of distressing of the white and the gold and the white on the black, and a little bit of distressing gold on the white part. All right, so let's get started. I went ahead, oh, and I used Kilz, K-I-L-Z, and I did 3 coats. I had to do 3 coats on this black to get some good coverage. If you miss any spots like this, it doesn't matter. For one, it's not going to be seen. But number 2, remember we create little, the Mackenzie style is to create little things like that. So you're fine. Whenever you make little mistakes, leave them, because she wants little, you're supposed to have little whimsical mistakes in your work with her stuff. So I painted the base black so we can do the polka dots there. Okay, I left this white because that's where we're going to do the stripes. Okay, so here we go. Let me sit down. I have a Mackenzie Child cup here. I have tea in it, so I kind of can't turn it. I'll make sure I show you the Mackenzie style pieces before this video's over. Before this entire video's over. Okay, so let me just show you how to do these stripes. So take your Sharpie, and this is the thing. Let go of perfection, because Mackenzie Child is not about perfection. They want it to look hand painted. They want it to look, when it was fired, that's when the white spots show up and the yellow spots show up. So don't try to be perfect. Try to do it good, but not perfect. Take perfection out of your vocabulary when you're doing this. Plus, it'll make it just a lot less stressful. Now, you're going to do these by hand. I know, scary. And just do your best to make them about the same size. Eyeball it. Again, that's going to give that hand-painted Mackenzie Child look, right? Because none of their stuff is perfect. Their squares aren't perfect. Their stripes aren't perfect. They're not perfectly spaced out. So you do not have to worry about that. Look how cool that is. We'll go ahead and do the top too. Hopefully I was in frame. Yeah, I am. I'm going to do the stripes in between these. We don't want them to line up, so I'm just going to start in between. And as long as we start in between, we won't end up lined up with the other ones. And the reason you don't want to line them up is because you want it to look striped, right? If you line it up, well, I mean, it'll look like one big long stripe. I want it to look like a set of stripes here and a set of stripes there. You can do whatever you want. Don't let this freak you out. You can do this for sure. Okay, so now we've just created our stripes with our Sharpie. All right, so next is painting. You guys, I never thought I would be, and this is the brush I'm using. It's a Master's Touch brush. It has a little point on the end. I never thought that I would love painting like this. I would think that I would do it a couple of times, but I would get sick of it because I would think it's too, let me do it this way so you guys can see. I would think it was too tedious. I'm obsessed with it. I absolutely love painting like this. I think it is, oh, you know, I need my glasses. Do I have my glasses in here? Oh my goodness, I think I don't. I don't wear glasses, they're my readers. Okay. And even your stripes, when you're painting, if you go out of the line a little bit, perfect. None of their stripes or their squares are perfect. You'll see on their cups that they've gone out of lines. A little bit, not like majorly. You can still tell it's a stripe. Okay, so there's that one. That one has to stay white, right? Go to the next stripe. Okay. So we got that black one there, right? We're going to skip that white one there and go to the next one, black. See how easy this is, you guys? It's not even hard. And you guys, this is one of my new obsessions. I love Mackenzie Child everything, and I want everything that they make. So one of my goals this year is to Mackenzie style my entire house, just to have so many Mackenzie Child pieces just everywhere. I've always seen it like in the movies, and I loved it. I always would see these striped pieces, or and then they'd always be sitting next to these beautiful florals, because she likes to mix checks and florals together. And I would be like, God, that is so gorgeous. To me, it's very Alice in Wonderland looking. And I just feel that, like, if you have black and white checks, that's a neutral. That's just like adding black to your decor. And I got a little bit out right there. Perfect. So there's black stripe. Skip that one, go to the next one. I feel like this Mackenzie Child style pieces can fit into so much decor. Like definitely in farmhouse. I have a very rustic house, so everything fits in my house. I have a lot of ethnic stuff. I have a lot of Native American things in my house. And this just fits in just perfect. I just think it's a very whimsical look. It adds a little bit of whimsy to your house. Okay, so skip that one, go to the next one, and this will be our last one on this. Then we have to go up here. But for the sake of time, I will finish this part off camera. And also what I'm going to do is off camera, I'm going to, I'll show you, I'm going to clear coat everything. You can just use a simple spray clear coat if you want. I'm going to show you what I'm going to use. You don't have to clear coat it at all if you don't want to. But I want mine to look really, really shiny. I want mine to look like they're ceramic pieces that were fired in the kiln. Look how cool that looks. Love it. Okay. What I'm gonna, do I have it in here, what I'm using? I think I put it in the kitchen and it never made it back in here. It's a glaze, it's in a tub. I'm gonna glaze everything with this. Here it is. I did bring it in here. This triple thick by Decoupage. You guys look, I got it for $1. This is what I'm talking about. When you go to Hobby Lobby and they have stuff on clearance and you think that that's some stuff you might use, pick it up. Especially when you can get it for $1. It was $6 regularly. I got it for $1. Insane. But it's triple thick, brilliant brush on glaze. This stuff is fabulous. And I knew with how much just crafting and arting I do, I knew that I would use that. So I bought that. But you can go buy yourself some of that, or you can just use some clear, shiny spray paint and clear coat it that way, or don't clear coat it at all. It's up to you. But I'm going to clear coat all my pieces, and then I'm going to put everything together. Okay. We need to do the polka dots now really quickly. Where's my polka dot brush at? Did I use this, or did I use, maybe I used this. All right, I'm looking for the brush that I used. Okay, so now we want to use some white acrylic paint. We're gonna let this dry, these stripes dry, and then we're going to, then we'll do our distressing on them. Okay, so let's do our polka dots. So I'm just using a small brush and just making little circles. And are all of my polka dots perfect? No. They're perfect enough. Okay. Just checking making sure you guys are seeing this. Yeah. And I'll probably only do one coat of glaze on it because, and then I'm going to go around the edge now too, like this. I'm not going to put my polka dots on the edge like all evenly, because then that, you know, that's stress, because then you have to line things up. This way, if you just go up and down on the curved part, then you don't have to worry about getting them evenly, right? That's how I see it. This also really teaches you to get away from perfection. A lot of times things will look just better not being so perfect. When it looks like the hand did it, it makes it just look more special. It looks like, okay, that wasn't created in a factory like most things are. Oh, that wasn't mass produced. And that's the feeling that you want. You want whimsy, and you want it to look like it's not mass produced. It was made by hand. And all of Mackenzie Child's stuff is made by hand. Okay, just a second. Or painted by hand. Okay, so let me just put this down. Yeah. So here's all the polka dots. Doesn't that look so whimsical? And then look at the stripes. So cool. All right, so now let's take it and let's put on some, okay, because the stripes are small, this is what I was talking about. You can, to do the little bit of white distressing on the black, you can use a fan brush. You could probably even get away with a toothbrush, but this is a really stiff brush, you guys. I never thought that I would have ever used this brush. I got it, I was like, that's stiff as hell, I'm never gonna use that. I make clouds out of this. I use this for making waves in water. This brush is fabulous. This is gonna be so perfect to make these little distress lines. So, I think I can just work out of the lid. So with my white cheapy acrylic paint, let's do some distressing. There we go. And I have a smaller one of these, which I think I'd like even better, but I'm not even going to worry about it. Okay. Oh, we're already done with it. Okay, so we got the little white distress lines in there. All right. So we put the little white distress lines in there, basically little highlights. Now let's go through and do the gold, the little gold distress lines. Just a second, let me see what brush I want to use for that. I think I want to use this one. Just a second. So I'm using, again, this metallic gold by Dazzling Metallics. You can use any gold paint you have. Let me put my top back on my white. And since you're using such little bits on this, I just work out of the top. Just kind of shake it up and work out of the top. sure I'm in frame. So that's about the size brush. We're just working with little small brushes. And you'll probably be just fine using the brushes that they have at Dollar Tree. Really. They have some like little craft brushes there. They're probably just fine. I haven't used them yet. In fact, you know, I'm gonna pick some up the next time I go so I can say for sure. So I can like, oh, I like those brushes. Or they'll be good for, you know, this kind of stuff. Perfect. Just rinse that brush off real quick because I barely even got anything on there. So let me show you. I'll bring this up close. Look how fabulous that looks. See the little gold on there? So there's just no making any mistakes. Look how cool that looks. Let me turn this completely around to the other side so you can see. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to finish this part off camera. I'm going to, these are the things, oh, I want to show you one more thing. Oh my gosh, you guys have to see this. This is what's going to be the next project. Fall pumpkins, Mackenzie child style. Are these fabulous? Look. Oh my goodness, I just did this. So I'm going to show you how to checker these. These are from Dollar Tree, so pick some of these up from Dollar Tree. They come in all colors. This was a gold one originally, or maybe it was a bronze one. So this is what they look like before I painted it. This is two coats of the kills. Okay? And they were the bronze. Remember, they come in bronze, gold. I'm sure a lot of you guys already have them in your stash, but if you don't, pick up some from Dollar Tree. Look how cute this is, this little Mackenzie pumpkin. Look how cute it looks just on top of this. Is that adorable? So I definitely want to make some more of these pedestals and then set my pumpkins on there. Oh, I just think that's so adorable. Anyway, I'm completely obsessed. So what I want to do is I'm going to finish, oh, this isn't the one. This is the one that's already done. I'm going to finish this one up. Okay, finish this up. Then I'm going to take my triple quick gloss, which you can just use a clear spray paint if that's what you want to use. But this is by Decoupage Americana Triple Thick. Brilliant brush on gloss glaze. I'm going to brush glaze all my pieces, which means the 2 pedestals, all 3 of the plates we did, right? I did 1 plate with you guys on camera, and then I did, oh, I didn't show you this, how it turned out. Let me just go through it really quickly. Put the stuff on here. This is how, remember we did this yesterday, well, not yesterday, this video is just one continuous video. I'm shooting this video in segments. That's why I talk about what I did yesterday. So if I do, just ignore that, okay? But remember we did this with the napkins. So we have this as one of the trays for this 3-tier tray. Okay? Look how gorgeous that came out with the napkins. Does that look like it's just hand painted? Oh, and it's all napkins. Okay, it's fabulous. And then we did 2 of these. I'll just show you one of them. But I did one with you guys, remember, on camera, and then I finished the other one up. It's over there across the room, here in my room, off camera. Okay, so I need to take all 3 of the trays, clear coat those, clear coat these, and then then I'll come back with everything all put together. And when I put this together, I will be using E6000 glue. Oh, one other thing. When I did this, remember there was paper towels all hanging off, because I said make sure the paper towels are over it so you get full coverage. Take a nail file, you know, like you can buy these at Dollar Tree too, the black ones, Sassy and Chic, doesn't matter what brand, and just go like this. And that just takes it off real nice. I would do that instead of tearing, because tearing, you can end up tearing it off. Cutting's not going to be a real nice smooth edge, but this file is, and go all the way around. Okay, I think that's everything I want to tell you right now. So I'm going to take a little pause here, finish up this pedestal, which is really a candle holder. And you'll come back. I'll come back here in a second. For you guys, it'll be a second, and show you everything put together. Okay? So see you guys shortly. Okay, you guys, we are back. I just wanted to show you guys how it looks after everything is all pieced together. So I pieced all 3 pieces together. The checkerboard, the Mackenzie checkerboard on the bottom. Then we did this one together. That's how the how pretty the sunflower looks. Let me see if I can bring it a little bit closer. So you guys can see those sunflowers. Look how pretty that sunflower plate came out. Absolutely gorgeous. And then let me bring it back so you can see. And then the third one, the other checkerboard that we did together. One I did off camera and one we did on camera together. And then I glued all the pieces together with E6000 glue. Those candlestick holders, if you can't find those candlestick holders, I would use wine glasses, because the wine glasses are going to be a lot stronger than the glass candle holders, because they have those glass candle holders over by the picture section at Dollar Tree. If you can't find those ones, that shape, go and get some wine glasses. Those will be a lot better. If you only can find the short fat ones, you can put 2 together, or you can just use one of, you know, the regular size ones. That's going to be better than the candlestick holders. I think they're too, for how big the pizza pans are, I think it'll just be too flimsy. But I love how this turned out. I hope you guys love it. I did do a little setup on top. This is from Dollar Tree. Everybody has seen those. Remember, we all bought those a couple months ago. These are the Dollar Tree pumpkins that I painted, and I'm going to do my next video is going to show you how to paint up the Dollar Tree pumpkins. This right here is so flippin' adorable in my opinion. These are those mushrooms. Remember in the springtime we picked up the mushrooms? I think they are so adorable, and I painted those too and put them on there. And then on the bottom are these. Everybody remembers these. Everybody was going crazy. I bought tons of them. The little pictures. So I put those on the bottom just to kind of set it up. But you guys, I'm gonna take the kills, put the kills on there, and we're going to also, I'm going to paint those up Mackenzie style also. Do one with checks and one with stripes. It'll be fabulous. So we'll do that. So we'll do, on the next video, we'll do these. We'll do these 2 different kinds of pumpkins, and we'll do that mushroom. I wanted to show you, this is a real Mackenzie Child's coffee cup or teacup. Isn't that beautiful? See how I'm going to bring it in closer. See how you can see the distress, see the yellowing, see, and the white that goes through it. A little bit of white that goes just kind of, you know, sloughs off. See the yellowing. So she makes it, and see how all the checks are not perfect. So she makes her stuff like that, so that everything just looks really hand painted, like it was hand done, which it is. So I will have pictures, close-up pictures, so you can really get a good look at the beginning and at the end of this video. But I wanted to shoot it like this so that you guys could really get a good look at everything. Okay, you guys, that is it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you can give this video a thumbs up. Any comments or questions, leave below. Come visit me on Facebook and Instagram. And I will talk to you guys in the next video.